I typically don't have any celebrity crushes and I don't follow a lot of celebrity news, but if anyone's going to sell me anything, I think that's going to be Rihanna, and she did it. Going to Sephora to get Riri's foundation, and I'm so excited. And I saw so many girls surrounding the Fenty Beauty counter. I felt the excitement, I felt the enthusiasm. They were having so much fun playing with the glitters and the makeup, and especially the foundations. I haven't been this excited for a long time towards a makeup collection, so I think it's a very monumental collection that I think I need to celebrate. However, today I'm going to focus on reviewing the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r foundation. So here we go. So the Pro Filt'r foundation claims to be a soft matte longwear foundation with buildable medium to full coverage in a boundary breaking range of 40 shades. So it is a very silicone heavy foundation, making it really glide on the skin and kind of diffuse the look of the pores and the appearance of any kind of skin textural issues. So if you are someone who loves wearing any kind of pore smoothing and pore blurring primer underneath foundation, I don't think you would necessarily need that with this foundation. So the second ingredient is dimethicone, so as long as you're not sensitive to it, as long as you're not allergic to it, I don't think there would be any issue. Dimethicone is in fact very well tolerated to a lot of skin types, even to sensitive and acne prone skin types. I know there's a lot of bad reputation that's built around dimethicone, but that's another topic to save. There is talc and silica, which is the oil absorbing ingredients, making this foundation a very matte finish. I know Fenty Beauty is communicating this foundation as a very universal foundation to all different skin types. However, it did feel very drying on my drier areas, which is my jawline and my cheek. So I do think that oily skin type would be still the most suitable skin type to use this foundation. Glycerin is in there, which is a humectant binding into water, making it a little bit more hydrating. However, it's pretty low in the ingredient list, which I'm a little bit sad. So that may be the reason why it's not as hydrating as other foundations that I have. Also, they included pineapple and papaya to boost some antioxidant quality. If you have uber sensitive skin type, like extremely sensitive skin type, or first of all, I don't think Sephora is the place to go to find foundation. But second of all, this does have perfume, and also the preservatives are pretty high up in the list. I mean, that's something that you might want to be aware of. An interesting claim that I found on their website is that they use climate adaptive technology to make it sweat resistant and humidity resistant. Moving on to the shade, I was so excited in Sephora just testing the shades on my face. I'm so sorry. And I ended up picking a shade number 230, which is supposed to be a medium skin tone with neutral undertone. And it's slightly more orange than I thought. It's slightly more darker than I thought. As it dries down, it gets a little bit darker than my neck and my chest area, which is kind of awkward at times, but I think it's fine. A lot of people are talking about how it oxidizes and how it darkens as soon as you apply it. So if you think about applying a watercolor on a canvas, as it dries down, the watercolor gets a little bit darkened because the water evaporates out of the watercolor paint, and that's what's happening with this Rihanna foundation. So it does get darker as it sets. However, on my skin it didn't necessarily oxidize, but that totally has to do with your own chemistry with this foundation. Here's a quick shade comparison to the foundations that I own. I think the closest match would be the Born This Way foundation in Warm Nude. Now moving on to the product demo. I'm applying the Fenty Beauty primer on one side to see if there's any difference. And moving on to the foundation. Now, I've tried this in a couple of different ways, but for me the foundation is a little bit too pigmented for my liking, so I only use half a pump, that's quite little, with a very damp beauty blender to shear out the coverage, but you can definitely build this up to a full coverage if you want. The foundation sticks to your skin like a magnet, so it's really pleasant to apply and it blends in seamlessly. The best thing about this foundation is that it's really just weightless, so you wouldn't feel like you're piled up on layers, even though it does provide a beautiful coverage. The foundation quickly sets to a matte finish, which did bother me a little bit on my dry spots throughout the day, but overall it looks okay. This is how my skin looked like after 8 hours of wearing this foundation. It seems okay overall, but since the weather is really dry, the driest area of my face, which is the chin and the jawline and around my mouth, was really struggling. It was a struggle town. And when a foundation is a little bit too drying, I noticed that my skin reacts in a funny way with a few kicks of pimple here and there with a little whiteheads forming. But this normally goes away when it's well hydrated, so that's what's happening here, but other parts didn't seem to have this problem. Whenever I use this, it does remind me of the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation, but a little bit watered down version of that, because that one is known to be the very lightweight, super duper opaque pigmented foundation. This one is still pigmented, however it offers a more natural to full coverage and you can definitely build the coverage. However, it was a little bit too matte for my preference. I think it was just this area that seems to be problematic, and a lot of foundation seems to have hard time kind of sticking onto this area, so I mean that's totally my problem. Now that we're going into winter, I do not think this is going to be my go-to foundation, but definitely I will reach for this in summertime. Now I'm going to move on to other beauty products that I got from Fenty Beauty collection, including the primer. Useless. This is definitely going back to Sephora. It didn't necessarily moisturize, didn't necessarily blur or diffuse the look of your skin texture. The foundation itself does an amazing job at doing that anyway, so I don't think it's necessary to add another layer underneath that. In terms of the longevity as well, I didn't feel like it wasn't specifically holding the foundation a little bit longer. What are you? The trophy wife, and it's beautiful because I mean this is something that really made me want the Fenty Beauty line because it's so unique and different. Golden highlighter on darker, deeper, richer skin tone. It just looks so beautiful and I'm really jealous of how they can pull that off, and it just looks absolutely stunning. And the moment I saw this, I knew that I'm not going to use this on my cheeks whatsoever, but I still wanted it, but instead I'm going to use it as an eyeshadow, and it's such a beautiful festive glittery golden shade, probably a little bit extra in my collection. Also, I got this matchstick in chili mango. It's a very fun orangey tangerine chili mango shade. It's super duper matte, so if you were to apply it, you would have to tug your skin a little bit, so that's why I didn't get the concealer and the contour stick, because it seems to be dragging my eye area. I don't know, it's a fun shade. Now we have the Gloss Bomb, the only lip product that she released in the very first phase. I thought that was a very bold but courageous move that I sincerely wanted to support, because whenever I came across other celebrity makeup ranges, it didn't really interest me because it definitely felt like they were promoting one specific beauty standard, allowing their customers to recreate their signature look or what they're known for. But Rihanna walks into the room, drops 40 different shades of foundations and one universal lip color that would go perfectly with any skin tone, any lip color that you apply underneath. I thought that was amazing to empower everyone to feel included and to feel comfortable in their own skin rather than recreating a certain look or following a certain beauty standard. And this is a beautiful lip gloss that isn't really special, to be honest. It does kind of remind me of that Victoria's Secret lip glosses that you kind of pick up in front of the cashier. It smells very similar as well. It's a rose brick kind of beigey nudie shade that goes on sheer. It has really pretty iridescent golden pearls in it. It makes your lips really juicy. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. That would really mean so much to me. And you're more than welcome to join our Pom Pom fam by hitting that subscribe button down below if you are new to my channel. See you guys later. Until then, stay healthy and happy and eat a lot of veggies. Bye.